thank you very much. Thank you for the work that you've done for the Good Friday Agreement in achieving that, and for here today for sharing that with us. I want to acknowledge it from all three of you. I'll be as brief as I can. First, Wally, in terms of your opening remarks, you referred to the Ireland's Future event. I was at that event as well. Indeed, people travelled from all over the country and from abroad. Irish people came home to that event. Such is the level of interest. And I think we have to hear what's being said by those people and by other people across the country. And I agree, and I think we all agree here in terms of needing to do the homework. And there's lots of people, whether it be academics, the Shared Island Unit and many others doing the homework. I do, however, think it's important that we have a framework for that work within which to work by, and I don't think that should threaten anybody. Now, I think we all agree we need to prepare. And I observe what you say in terms of events could move faster. And if we're not prepared, then I think all of us as legislators have a responsibility to do that, and the government as well. So that's the first observation I would make. So maybe if you could just comment maybe on the Ireland's Future event and what you took from it. But I heard some loud and clear messages at that. In terms of the Good Friday Agreement, and it being obviously a living document and something that we are continuously working on from here and as a committee, what it did really well was it set out the architecture, and it resonated with me what Eamon was saying in terms of Canada and the different identities working together, living together, and that type of harmony. And to me, how you create that harmony is by ensuring equality and ensuring that people's rights are upheld, whatever community they came from. And in the Good Friday Agreement, we obviously have the Bill of Rights. We had the Single Equality Bill, we had the Charter of Rights. So we had several pieces there, very substantial pieces, that could provide equality of rights across communities that haven't been implemented. And I think my main question for yourselves is, what can we do as a committee, and what should the Irish government be doing right here, right now, and indeed the British government, to make sure that those rights are implemented, because I'm conscious as well in terms of the equalities that still exist. And that leads me on, I suppose, to the economic aspect of it. And I was at that yesterday as well, at that IBEC, and I very much welcome the Peace and Prosperity initiative that they are currently doing, and I wish them well with that, and I think we'll all be engaged with that. But there are some key things from yesterday in terms, I thought, the opportunities that were outlined there, what had been achieved since the Good Friday Agreement and what continues to be achieved, and the opportunities for the future right across the island. And one of the things that was said was the need to evolve a prosperity model for a new global environment. So that's bringing things forward to the right here, right now, and what we need to do to create prosperity across the island. They talked about the scale of 7 million people as opposed to 5 million people, and what could be done there. And the other thing in terms of the macroeconomic model that's been developed by the ESRI and in conjunction with others, I think that will be absolutely significant in forming the basis for us going forward, because one of the challenges we have across the island, but particularly in the north, is that there are huge data gaps there. And people need to be able to see the evidence. So you can take the politics out of it if you like, but the absolute evidence in terms of, will I be better off? And what does a new Ireland look like regardless? What does the future look like for us all across the island? So maybe, I don't know, Martin, if you could talk to that macroeconomic model there. And I might just leave it at that, but I think we're in a time of opportunity and responsibility. And I thank you for your contributions here today.
Chair.